Hey guys, welcome back to another raid video, and we are looking at Vrask. So Vrask is my first level 60 orc. I am finally starting to build up my orc faction wars, and this guy is a great start to it. If you aren't using him for faction wars and you're struggling, level this guy up. This guy will help you out tremendously. So if you look at his A1 and A2, there's nothing really fancy about it. This one here has a turn meter increase if he crits. On a normal basis, this one is just kind of okay. Nothing great about it. It does scale off HP, which is good. And then his A2 is, it pretty much looks like a skill an uncommon would have. It does scale off HP, but there's nothing fancy. But you go to his passive, and this is what makes him good. This is what will help you out with faction wars so much. So he's going to heal all of your allies by 10% of his max HP. That is crucial. His max HP. A lot of times when you see something like this, it'll be based off of the other hero's max HP, which then you have to get everyone's max HP up. But when it's his max HP, you can crank that sucker up a lot, and you can get some pretty good healing out of it. So it's only going to happen when he crits. So we do have to get his HP up, and we have to get his crit up in order for this to work. So it does take pretty good gear if you want to fully utilize him to his capability. But the good thing is, so we want Immortal set overall. And the good thing is you probably have a lot of Immortal set just because of the clan boss that you always run, right? So on here, I've really tried to focus on crit rate, because ideally, if you can get away from your crit, your gloves being crit rate, it's going to help you out so much. So I tried to do substats just using crit rate. So on here, I did manage to get the HP percent as long as I could get that 100% crit. If I couldn't, then I had to switch this up. But for gloves and chest, I did manage to get the HP percent. I went speed boots because I don't want him too slow. Because as you get higher in the faction wars, you need some speed. Otherwise, he's not going to take enough turns to be able to heal all my allies. On the artifacts, I basically just went survivability. I did try to get more HP here out of both my primary and my substats. Since I did have 100% crit rate, I did go and get some more damage because I don't know how my team's gonna be made up of yet. But I would imagine, just like most of my faction war teams, they have a lot of survivability, but either they lack the damage or they lack the crucial debuffs to progress farther in the stages. So on the banner, I did go resistance just because I don't know how my team is, but I don't want him to get locked down. I want him to take his turn when it's his turn. I don't want him to get stunned. I'll have to look at the faction to see who I can get for maybe like a block debuffs or remove debuffs. But for now, I went ahead and cranked out his resistance. So on overall stats here, I do have kind of low speed. I try to get up a little bit, but my main focus was crit rate because we want to proc that passive every turn. And then HP. This, along with the Masteries, I think based on different scenarios, he's healing between, I would say 10,000 and probably 13,000 for everyone per turn, which is pretty good. And then he heals himself as well with that Immortal set, so he's pretty hard to take down. And then, I got decent resistance just because of faction wars. For the Masteries, I did go down defensive route here, and I don't know, it's going to depend on my team, but I did get this counterattack option here, and I have turn meter increase here. I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. Depending on my group and how high I can get, and I'm going to have to see how hard he gets hit on the really high stages once you get closer to the 21 stages, because he might be getting hit for that 25% max HP. That's going to be pretty hard hitting, but he might be getting hit for that hard. So I might want to switch to this passive here. And then I did go ahead and get the resistance just for now. And then more survivability here. I think I got, yeah, I got the increased healing there, increased HP. And this route here is just to increases healing based on different scenarios. So if you guys are struggling in Faction Wars for the orcs and you're not using this guy, try him out. Try him out because more than likely you're going to have pretty good gear for Immortal, I would imagine. I don't have 3 sets. Ideally, I'd want 3 sets here for Immortal. I just couldn't. I couldn't get the primary and the substats to fall how I wanted. But try him out, and for the time being, go ahead and get the crit rate gloves if you can't get the 100% crit rate, because you still can get pretty high HP with them. And for the Faction Wars, he's going to help you out a lot. In the end game, in like level 21s, I think he's going to be able to help carry your team with the right setup. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll talk to you guys later.